I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to Sports City. That's right, it's your World Cup preview, and let's get right into action with Group G. Yes, we look at groups A, B, C, D, E, F. Two more groups to go. So, we're now at Group G. And guys, after you watch this video, look back at Group A, B, C, D, E, and F, and then look forward to Group H. But now we're looking at Group G. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Let's start with Brazil, five-time World Cup winners. So the Brazilian team, they've been at every single FIFA World Cup in existence from 1930 to present. They've won the World Cup five times: 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, and 2002. So their last World Cup title came 2 decades ago. Their best run since then was on home soil, where they finished fourth after losing to the Netherlands in the third place playoff. In 2018, they were eliminated in the quarterfinals to Belgium. 2010, they were eliminated in the quarterfinals to the Netherlands. 2006, they were eliminated in the quarterfinals to, yes, France. Those quarterfinal exits against UEFA teams. Just bear that in mind. UEFA teams have eliminated Brazil from World Cups at those crucial stages. Brazil were runners-up at the last edition of the Copa America, which was hosted in Brazil, by the way, as they lost to Argentina in the final. Now, in terms of the key players to look out for, who are some of the faces that we can look out for? Well, we know for sure that Neymar is right on the heels of Pelé. 75 goals in 121 games for Brazil. That's Neymar. Pelé, 77 goals in 92 caps for Brazil. So Neymar could very much get himself in company and be Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer. In terms of caps, Cafu still has that with 142. Dani Alves has 124, Neymar 121, Thiago Silva 109. I don't think they'll be caught in the World Cup. However, what we can be said is that these are experienced players. Thiago Silva, 38. Casemiro is 30. Neymar is now 30. Firmino, 30. Experienced veterans, yes. But with Alisson in goal, they certainly have a solid spine. And they could very much find themselves in another World Cup semi-final like we saw with them 8 years ago. So this Brazilian team, a sturdy unit and one to keep a very, very close eye on at the World Cup. Let's now look at Serbia, shall we? Now, with Serbia in particular, they were part of Yugoslavia, but as Serbia and Montenegro, they competed at the 2006 FIFA World Cup, didn't win any games, but simply as Serbia, 2010, you could say, was their debut. And in that World Cup, they surprised Germany by a goal to nil. They were eventually eliminated, but that was their first ever win at the World Cup. They missed out on 2014, and in 2018, they defeated Costa Rica. So group stage exit. In fact, the last time they went to the round of 16 of a World Cup, we have to go back to the days of Yugoslavia, where they made it to the round of 16 of the competition. So that's how far we have to go back. Serbia, we can expect them to be aggressive, physical, with height. Dusan Tadic, the man at Ajax, is the one that needs to be kept a very, very close eye upon. Since his move from the Premier League to Ajax, he has truly flourished as a player, and some of these performances have been replicated for his country. We can't forget as well, in goal, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic at Torino, and also Marko Dimitrov, who plays for Sevilla. So those are two players to keep a close eye on, and also Alexander Mitrovic. Yes, Mitrovic, 50 goals in 76 games for his country. He's going to be key if Serbia has any chance to advance out of the group stages of the World Cup. Now, we're going to go to a team that has the nickname Natty. And who is that? Well, that is Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland, who are now on a 3-game winning streak. They go into this World Cup with the likes of Jan Sommer, Ivan Movongo. They also have Xherdan Shaqiri, Granit Xhaka, Denis Zakaria. Quality players to call upon. Efficient Swiss, I like to call them that. When they go through qualifying, they're a good unit. They're very meticulous in terms of their detail, in terms of their way and approach. And since 2006, they haven't missed a World Cup. Their best run was on home soil, where they went to the quarterfinals. And of course, they went to the quarterfinals in 34 and 38. But since then, they've had a couple of round of 16 appearances, just like in USA in 94, Germany in 2006 as well, where they registered a top 10 finish at the World Cup. And of course, in 2018, they made it to the round of 16 of the World Cup as well, before losing to Sweden. Switzerland, firm, solid chance to advance to the second round of the World Cup. And finally, to complete Group G is Cameroon. That's right, the indomitable lions of Africa. Cameroon is now led by head coach Rigobert Song, who was a player for them as well. Now, with Cameroon, they have players such as the likes of Eric Maxime Choupo-Moting. Remember him from Stoke City, right? Yeah, he's now at Bayern Munich. They also have Christian Basongo, who plays at Shanghai Shenhua over in China. So he's another player that we can also keep a close eye upon. And also they have players like Brian Mbuemo, who plays at Brentford, Oliver Enkam, who plays at Swansea City. A couple of players that ply their trade as well in the MLS and also Ligue 1 as well. A unit that is comprised mainly of players who ply their trade in Europe, but they're in an extremely challenging group. When you have five-time World Cup winners in it, when you have the efficient Swiss, it's a tough one. It really, really is a tough one. We haven't seen Cameroon at the World Cup since 2014. And that World Cup, they finished dead last. Cameroon's last win at the World Cup came in 2002 with a 1-0 victory over Saudi Arabia, courtesy of Samuel Eto'o. Their best run at the World Cup came 1990, quarterfinal run in Italia 90, before being eliminated by England. Yes, that is right. How far do we expect these teams to go? Well, I expect the Brazilians and the Swiss to finish top two, Serbia third, and Cameroon fourth. Do you agree? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports City for more content.